where they make this program reach you. My name is Timothy Luceni. Don't forget to yourself to be part of this program by way go send your comments, your contributions them to the number 079553990 or 034579903. The program now Classic AM Live. Send your comments, your contributions relating to the issues and what they discuss inside the program this morning. And we sense talk inside the program come up from Jamiru Kabi. We say, "Can we not get till now God they drive in fly." Special one to you, Jamiru Kabi, as tomorrow you celebrate your birthday. Plenty thanks to you for what you give. We sense talk inside the program today. Don't forget to we'll get for join with UK based analyst Festus Williams and self with United States analyst Salas. We get for join inside the program and other stories that inside the program. You dey listen to Classic AM Live for the reach we now with Classic Studio 99.7 Inside Bowl. We want for look at we headlines inside the program this morning as we start for bring the programs into noon. And we first headline say the Deputy Minister of Health and Sanitation, Dr. Sandy Don talk say government be promised for giving codes to 4,000 well body work mandate, but because of COVID-19 we don't disturb the government able for fulfilling promise. Within a talk we go for listener to we colleague go for give that report inside the program Manga Mansari. Get for give you report inside the program. Don't forget say inside the program this morning we deal with Albert Yaja and the manager for Petroleum Regulatory Agency in the Southern region. We get for look at the operations and inside the Southern region. Again, for inside the program this morning, I deal with Ansu Kroma in the Public Relations Officer for Committed Foundation Sierra Leone. We get for look at the baby shelter where they don't come up with. What they about within the initiative, now the operations for that baby shelter. Plenty things they get for talk to inside the program. Ansu Kroma deal with we now the program this morning. And again, we school engage on we get for look at the public media man, probably Inspector Mohammed of Siseno for look at the issue will happen at Pujon district where one picky loss where they find in dead body. Probably online we get for link up with Inspector Mohammed Bob Siseno for giving details of that story what happened inside Bont district. Again we get online the Petit Traders Union, the regional chairman Sidiki Alhaji Sidiki for tell we waiting at the operations inside the southern region as plenty things they inside that things where we need for discuss inside the program. With me I deal with Aruna Kamara for analyze the issues inside the program. Kimaya Gonu served inside the program with text messages, sports, get for inside the program, with entertainment news, all with other things and get for the inside we package this morning. You dey listen to Classic AM Live for the reaching out with Classic Studio 99.7 Inside Bowl. Well, quick one. I want for come to the studio and allow me studio guests them for say hello to Fampo. Ansu Kumara, good morning, welcome to the program. Commit and Act.
Family, good morning. Me na Ansu Kumara from Commit and Act.
Albert Yaja, good morning, welcome to Classic AM Live.
Good morning, viewers. Me na Albert Yaja, Regional Manager, PR South.
All right, Aruna Kamara, good morning, welcome to the program.
Of course, viewers and listeners of Classic Radio. And they are for critically analyze the issues that we will discuss in the program.
Alright, Fambu that number 3 studio guests inside the program this morning. Don't forget to say after the one for make a strike, they don't make a press release, and we colleague Siavadi put together a package on the press release where they don't do. We get for listening what they say the press release, what they about the strike where they want for make it do tomorrow. We get for no plenty on the press release. This and plenty other things that they said the program this morning. You can listen to the favorite program, Classic AM Live. Be part of it. Send the comments, your contribution to the number 079553990 or 034579903, or you follow our Facebook page, Classic Radio FM 99.7 Inside Bowl. Don't forget to we'll get for join with UK analyst Festus Williams and self with USA analyst Salas for critically analyze the issues inside the program. I wanna answer. Make we start with the baby shelter we Community and Art Foundation. What's in this baby shelter there about?
All right. Thank you. Community and Act Foundation, of course, we all know na organization where they cater for picking them where they don't sexually abuse, and also women them where they don't undergo SGBV stuff, the way the man they don't do bad to them. Of course, Community and Act get another side of the activities where we get the baby shelter. This baby shelter, Hope Baby Shelter, where they for girl picking them where as a result of rape, where they under 18 as a result of a rape, they get belly, and this shelter they for provide different facilities for them. So purely this shelter they for picking them where they don't rape, and as a result of that rape, they get belly.
All right, thank you very much. We give a look into the Hope Baby Shelter. Albert said, once more, welcome to the program Classic Game Live.
Thank you.
So now we look at the Petroleum Regulatory Agency, the operations of so far now, the southern region. You are the manager.
All right, so far so good. Many people can only know about PRA, Petroleum Regulatory Agency, where we get fear crisis. But this now agency with the Act of Parliament 2014, we did for give license and monitor all petroleum products now the downstream industry. Now we did for monitor and give license to all them fuel stations there now the country as a whole, and also then tanker the way una can see they move from Freetown they come with petroleum products, they also keep a license, and we did for check out for the one that the odd fare also. So that's now we mandate we did do as an agency.
Alright, you mentioned one statement say people they only know about now we fear crisis. What do you think say the cause than the way plenty people don't know about from our agency or our operations, putting out some of the actions and what they embark on?
Well, first in the history of this agency, now the first thing this ever way it come now the provinces there. All along this agency now Freetown a day.
Okay.
But with this new direction, total fix say everything for be decentralized, so it in the provinces there now. So we can be on air with the educate people, they make them know waiting PRA they do.
Alright, inside your presentation you mentioned say one of the monitor the one that where they sell the Jebu fears and one of the monitor them for may they sell them or may they stop for selling.
Now if you get me well, I tell you say we did for monitor all petroleum products.
Okay. So what about one where they sell the fuel, the Jebu fears?
Well, nobody know they get right for sell fare above any stipulated price where the government don't say. So if them people that they sell are the law or taking cost.
Alright, Ara, good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Timothy.
So you don't listen carefully a bit. The operation of Petroleum Regulatory Agency at the southern region. So what do you make of this?
No, to me, I'm really happy with decentralization that take place as far as this agency is concerned, because I remember the former boss, I get issue with them because I say they are just in Freetown, they are not decentralizing the activities in any way. So the day where they pass, I see the paints, the BPJP, so I see they don't, I see the name and Petroleum Regulatory Agency. I say, wow! I say, well, it's like I'm going to never forget issue because I get both for Piquita. So for the mere fact that they have decentralized, it's fantastic, it's a good idea, something that we will need for praise. But however, there's still issue for Piquit, the Petroleum Regulatory Agency. Of course, Mr. Yaga spoke eloquently about the operation initially. But issue one, I really want to pick up with the Petroleum Regulatory Agency. The proactiveness has not been there, frankly speaking. Because if they are proactive when it comes to the area of holding of fear, they really hold fear. Even the communication strategy, in my own view, it is down. You know, they really up the game in terms of the communication strategy. For when people they really know about the activity, if they really need for this some time around, in as much as they have got their regional office, we want to see a robust communication strategy where they account for technical benefit. Indeed, you should not for help or fear, because if people are not well educated, we are business alone. We are difficult to do. Human beings are difficult to do. It's a complex, we are very complex human beings. But if they come out, regularly and update the public as to what you are doing, and come out to the word of caution that we are here to monitor petroleum products. So if anybody go hot here, you are doing it, and you go against the law. But much has not been seen in the area of the national, in the area of the Petroleum Regulatory Agency, in the area of this holding of fear. This is the concern of the people. Even as we talk, if you go on some side, some people then, frankly speaking, people say except there is scarcity of fear, there is shortage of fear, people in hot fear. Even as we talk, some people they still the hot fear. Even they hot and sell at the higher price. If you go down, so this is although it is an allegation, we are yet to verify it. But let me just make it known. So one guy will be the hot fear. Say this year, I tell you, it's a syndicate between me and some MP filling stations. You understand? So it is good that the National Petroleum Agency they take this into consideration, because if they are not doing it, and the other day I go to one of the filling stations, I say this is the allegation here. You say no, they say it's a baseless and unfounded allegation. We are not holding fear to anybody. We only give fear to people that formally said. So it's good that as a journalist I really have to verify my statement. But I want the National Regulatory Agency family really up the game. Much is not seen in terms of the operation and the region, because the region is appearing not only for the urban area. Not go to the villages. The holding of fear is really the order of the day in the villages. People they find it difficult for access fear. You understand? In as much as they talk about how even the tanker they will move. These tankers also need to be monitored thoroughly, because they send people who they move from the headquarters, they come down, they set fear to people there. So you really need to up your game. The Petroleum Regulatory Agency, of course, the young man, no doubt, is just coming to the provinces. I will empathize with that more, because it's just coming. But you really need to do a lot in the area of the holding of fear. That's my submission for now.
All right, thank you very much, listeners. You go be part of the contribution, and you go view in our Facebook page on Classic Radio 99.7 in Bo, or you follow in our radio line. Send your comments, your contribution to the numbers 079 553 990 or 034 579903. Answer Kroma, you know the media man for Community and Foundation. Why the Hope Baby Shelter?
Alright, I'll not say that question before come up. The Hope Baby Shelter come up as a result because like how I can say that pick the way that you don't rape in other communities and sometimes like you don't get belly. And when you don't get that belly, they not so they wish for me to get that belly. And the family not keep prepare for that thing and day. And we all know say woman get belly for man we marry down. And when that woman don't get that belly, the man they will already don't prepare for me to take care of the unborn child when they don't born the pikin. But here is it that pikin they not prepare. They just something an accident somewhere where they rape them, they get this belly. So this Hope Baby Shelter it come as a result for help that pikin where they don't rape. Because some pikin are poor home they come out, some pikin are village and they come out. Now when they don't rape them, they get this belly. That comparison that the young parents they don't get nothing for doing. So this shelter here, what we get as Community and Art Foundation, we they provide basic necessity for them picking there. Now like we they provide medication for them. Yeah, we they provide clothing for them. Sometimes we they provide even a shelter for them where they can don't at the shelter. So where they cannot come to we. So take care they can at the community, the environment they not conducive for them because of maybe the health status. Because could you imagine picking at the age of 13 years to get belly? How that picking go there? So tell you come at that poor home. Let's say in my man at the Cebu, what are we will take care of her? So as an organization, they provide shelter for them, provide everything what they need in this shelter. So that's the reason why we come up with this shelter.
Alright, let me take other story inside the program as the Deputy Minister of Health and Sanitation that talks if we remember government be promised well body work mandate for giving codes to more 4,000 well body work mandate. But the Deputy Health Minister say because of the coronavirus that disturb the process, government able for fulfilling promise. Well, we colleague Manja Mansari sent forward this report inside this program.
The nurses and other health professionals, say 4,000 of them. So the process now go you say the process is now going on, but let's look at the people as of now who are on the pin code.
Well, every district, because the thing now government don't do, they will decide, they invite everybody going to for an interview. But also even before the corona pandemic something, the human resources division, they go now at district level, who's either the interview the health professionals there. So that is what has been happening. Like around this thing, like I mentioned, that was 70 nurses and they don't get pin codes. And some other districts again, themselves, the interview is still going on, still continuous, and you get pin codes there.
So with the coronavirus, you get any impediment along the way?
Of course, because this coronavirus, they say social distancing, they will observe the rules laid down by the Ministry of Health and Sanitation and all these things. So too much traveling, you said no say lockdown the even day in the whole country, movement from one district to another. The government not really allow that just because they don't want the spread of this coronavirus. So that's not one impediment really. So people not be the car, the health workers, they not be the call them for an interview, they group together, go together, sit down, that big group the interview.
So when this process they stretch to the pin code, how many years plan we want to talk about?
Well, the thing is, let me look back at this coronavirus, the status of it, the trend of it. As it don't go down, even now, interview still go on in Britain, even when there is coronavirus.
With the coronavirus, we don't put the recruitment at standstill. How many have been recruited?
Oh, the total number countrywide, I cannot tell you exactly as at Ethiopia now, but quite honestly, we don't recruit a very huge number. It's still
we don't see anti-corruption, don't they go around for get rid of people where they don't misuse the recruitment process. So what are the mechanisms that we don't put in place for me that not happen?
Well, the point is this recruitment process, not to one just the Ministry of Health they recruit, in fact, not to the normal of the interview. In fact, what did they happen? They complete the Public Service Commission forms, they send in a Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health, they forward in a HRMO office. Then from HRMO office, they send them now at the Health Service Commission. So not to one person involved, and various departments there. So now then they call them for interview.
Well, we don't hear and the see na social media and the anti-corruption commission said they attest to that some of na woman involved into that. It's like they take people money say, okay, we will fetch someone for more and get pin code. Which one don't they tell them na woman them? They how don't they caution them?
Well, the point is anti-corruption they fight very hard for making reduce corruption because total elimination of corruption it can be difficult, but that's the thing. But then when people will go out for their interview, they experience from your ministry, we staff them, they give them strong warning. Say, look, you have to be careful with anything. You not ask anybody for money, because you ask somebody for money, the only requirement when they look around the money they give. You look whether that person get the requirement to be recruited or not. So that's the tip. But they give them that strong pieces of advice.
Okay, so among the well-body workmen who had the big pin code, how many of them are nurses and how many of them are doctors?
Well, government will say initially they will recruit 4,000 health professionals. So out of the 4,000, 1,500 are nurses of various categories. That is SCCHN, MCHAs, midwives, etc., etc. Then the other one now go to the other categories there, like CHOs, laboratory technicians.
But how do it don't impact the well-body sector? And what are they doing at the health sector?
Whether they give them some motivation, because if people be done volunteer for the past 2 years without salary, they don't get anything, and now they don't want to code or they get the salaries, that alone, they try motivate them. It's an incentive to them all. They try motivate them. So the one that they go to work now. That is why the pin code the government don't give them. That is one. Then two, now you see every side Minister of Health they go distribute, they go left drugs and they get the whole stakeholders, other stakeholders involved. The chiefs, the women group, the youth groups, the NGOs and all these things. So they get them all involved so that they will serve as includes nurses and other health professionals. Say 4,000 of them. But in this time,
Kindly thank you to my colleague Mansare for the report we sent inside the program. I don't know you don't listen, and the government, the well body workman, the deputy minister say government able for fulfilling promise we make. We say they will give pin codes to well body workman then up to 4,000. But now that they say coronavirus not disturb them, they're not able for one.
This is quite ridiculous. You know, it really laughing in the sense government in government out can always give excuse when there's an emergency. You know, I remember President Krumah former, he don't tell Ebola. So we say we can give excuses about certain developmental strategy for take. Because of blah blah blah, and to an extent they bring it to austerity. Now President Bio regime, they come, of course they try, frankly speaking, they don't up the game in terms of the health sector, they don't improve, and they don't recruit. And
how are you? The praise say that it's good, but still people that they grumble say things are difficult.
No, you know when to me people like you say I'm very critical with Bio's government because when it comes to the area of transparency and accountability, I question President Bio in the area of COVID-19 funds. You understand it? But when it comes to the area of heaping praises or lavishing praises, when somebody don't do good to some extent, some area.
You don't think say the praise when they lavish on that somebody out there will say this man is like in the what is it?
No, in the area of the health sector, it don't give pin codes. But what's that name concern? Where they now can give COVID-19 as an excuse or scapegoatize COVID-19 with responsible able to recruit health workers. That is now my concern. But in the area of you don't try a level best for ensuring certain area in the health sector improve. What will happen? Even with COVID-19, we don't get what to call the treatment center. Even though na OC1 founder, you understand, into the government say this are COVID-19 funds. No. So now can decide get area of transparency and accountability in the utilization of the funds. But when it comes to the area of this health sector to some extent they try. But when it comes to the area of this recruitment, we started the gas scapegoatize COVID-19 now. Say na irresponsible. To me, it should not be accepted. You understand? Because the health sector is very key. You understand? It's very, very, very key. You understand, in the country. So in as much as the president we don't raise the hope of nurses, the one way don't go through the training. Even some of them the training is questionable. Some of them instead of allowing the university or college to go through them, they are now going through the university where they come on, the output is appalling. They do something at an abysmal level. You understand? But frankly speaking, the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, they really need for ensure they recruit health workers. Agree? And they recruit nurses or what the health force. They recruit, they understand? Agree to some extent that COVID-19 could be responsible. Because
I don't know COVID-19 taking excuse.
But we not go take a hook, line and sinker. Say because of COVID-19, you understand, they're gonna be able to recruit health workers. In fact, this is the time for recruit them because they are very, very key in the fight against COVID-19. So if the president or the health minister or deputy
the deputy not talks, they don't recruit them, but for let them get pin code, there lies the problem.
But you
they take you begin work, but they're not gonna give pin code.
Yeah, because they're gonna be salary automatically because the pin code determines what your salary.
I don't know.
You understand? So if they give pin code, they're gonna chew pin code and then they're gonna save money.
Yeah.
You understand? So they will recruit, but they cannot give you pin code. That is the problem. How you gonna recruit somebody when they get pin code? You understand? So the pin code determines your salary. That is just you don't go through the process. But it talk about something about the Public Service Commission, where they go through the recruitment process. You understand? They therefore do a lot of things. Bureaucracies are there. I accept there's bureaucracy. But what they try for say here, and try for insinuate here is that the government of the day need for recruit, therefore give pin codes to the health workers. But in the process of giving them pin codes, let them really scrutinize them. Make the government of the day scrutinize these health workers. Because may not go take somebody, may not go choose somebody at the end of the day, the repercussion very grave.
I don't know, make a holiday. Make I ask you, let me look at this other angle where the government, President Biodo begin to take excuse from COVID-19 for giving codes to health workers. You don't think say this get for happen in different sectors where it get for fail some areas and we go say now because of COVID-19, the corona-19 disturb we work unable for deliver well, the sick can disturb. Because we don't see that begin to take excuse for giving codes to workers here.
I tell you, not only because of President Bio in government can see this. Government has always give excuse. They give excuse.
But is that excuse relevant for making not giving codes to people?
Well, to some extent, some of the excuses will be irrelevant. But to some extent, it cannot be it's not admitted. We only accept them. Not the hand. Because if we continue for acceptance, we will have to put them on their toes so that they will deliver to the people.
You understand? Make them deliver. Because when they were campaigning, they make love to promises to the people of the nation. Say we'll do A, B, C, and D. So when it comes to the area of delivery now, that becomes the problem. They call a lot of excuses. You understand? Remember, I talked to a former president, Nkrumah. He talked Ebola come inside, give a lot of excuses. They can't declare this country austerity. You understand? And other things the way they declare, not good for talk about. You understand? Other president, Bionier regime now, of course, COVID-19 don't come. We don't begin for see a lot of excuses. Remember, everything was Africa power pool. You know, when they can make sure say this Ivory Coast, Liberia, you know, the country, the men will be able to enjoy this West Africa Power Pool project in electricity. They can't say because of COVID-19, they push and get. So these are the excuses where some government of the day they give. Government in, government out. Where they can't, they give a lot of excuses. They go try certain things where they happen, emergencies for that. But we should not continue as easy for we know we continue to accept this. Because it is very, very disheartening because we have given them the power for me to deliver. You understand? To some extent, we can admit, we can accept their excuses, but to some extent, frankly speaking, we cannot accept it. The people of this nation, they need to get what they deserve. Because they are being voted in for deliver services to the people of the country. So my submission, my final take on this is that let the government of the day, when they don't sit for recruit health workers, nurses, you understand? And even doctors, may they do one. May they really do one. But the only question why the key, do you want to recruit them? When take out, when I bring out the one that they're good. Bring them into the workforce where they're good. Not just go take notes because of the long common. Now the shortcut to money, we want them money fast. It will go to nurse. First way for going to become nurse now. Because when you go and do more especially the quack one, the one that are not trained and qualified. Frankly speaking, they look below. So the government, in as much as they are recruiting here, they often go their escape code. They say
continue for them to inside the program.
You're
listening to Classic AM Live with the reaching out with Classic Studio FM 99.7 in Bow, and with the reach you live we studio here. Number 1 Classic Drive, Joton Hills, southern part of Sierra Leone. Be part of the conversation. Send your comments, your contribution to we Facebook page Classic Radio 99.7 Bow, or you send out or with studio lines M079 553990 034 579903. I deal with Albert Siaja in the manager for Petroleum Regulatory Agencies at the region, and I deal with Amsu Kroma in the media officer and at the Committee and Foundation. Good morning to you, Shepumar, from the Traders Union. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good morning to listeners of Radio Live.
Alright, online they join Alhaji Siddiq in the regional manager for Petit Traders Union. Hello, good morning, welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning. Hello, listener. Listener Alhaji Siddiq Bangura, regional chairman of the Petit Traders Union.
Alright, I think say you follow up with discussion this morning.
Yeah, they follow carefully and they listen and they get to clear.
Let me look at Petit Traders Union. What is Petit Traders Union there about?
Petit Traders Union, a union this way don't serve this country so long, or even old for some of we. Now a union on a formidable association who been started since 1969 at this country, when are the only organization this will be able to protect traders, talk for traders, defend traders in all of this country, Sierra Leone as a whole. Now union this way be say now make indigenous commercial and petty traders union. It is both national and international. You know, the no more than say petty trade. We care for who they car within container. We care for all businesses list that charcoal seller and that pepper seller at the market. So they take care of all them people here. So now this union they about.
From the way they listen to what from when this union come into recognition, when they register.
As I talk, This union came into recognition at the government of Sierra Leone since 1969. I still repeat na the only trade union organization wey don serve this country so long wey all other trade organizations dey under this particular union. So it formidably become a union since 2016. Now we come together, all the country, all the 16 districts come together. Naboya, Switchbo, the Blessing district, Southern region here, where the former president, Dr. Anes Kuruma, officially launched him for association to a union.
So, we go on for no Usa una headquarters there.
With national office dey Ferry Junction, as you dey read Peace Market, na Freetown, wey na the now ruling government, SLPP, been give that particular ground there. We get sub offices then Texaco, Lorry Park, Freetown. So the national, we encourage all over the country, all the 16 districts, we get representatives there. But the national office dey na Ferry Junction, Peace Market.
Continue for the listen. I deal with the PRO for Sierra Leone Traders Union. Good morning, welcome to the program once more.
Good morning.
So you they represent the Sierra Leone Traders Union. What do you let me self on our operations? Let me look at the Sierra Leone Traders Union. Let me look at our operations.
Thank you very much. Sierra Leone Traders Union, na a union wey na a formidable union. We don't start long ago inside this country. We get the union status for long. Just like how my colleague they talk say, na the former president na him can give them union status. We as Akihego quote wetin the former president dey talk. He say he can launch Petit Traders Union because of it gets strong APC mandate when at the form Petit Traders Union. That give the cause for make it can give the union status. And what you believe in a unionist not a politician. That bring about Sierra Leone Traders Union. We get all the sectors. We are traders. We don't get time with politics. Politics day in, day out, where you come, we there for complement the effort of any good governance. When government say they do with the traders them bad, we are a pressure group for talk say this and that what they do to the traders is not correct. So we not they as any political union. My brother when they talk about this Petit Traders Union. Petit Traders na been an association wey afise na in all the union we belong to. Anyway they talk so na the market chairman, chief market chairman for Sierra Leone Traders Union. Na the election na in can create split wey we late brother wey na Dramamba win that election against Ndi Sidiki Bangura, give the cause for let Sidiki Bangura return back for go revive Petit Traders Association. So then from that time day rival group been done there now between Petit Traders Association and Sierra Leone Traders Union. We late brother wey na in be Vardy, wey him be don die, let him soul rest in peace. Na in be the chairman for Petit Traders Union, I mean Petit Traders Association. After we Sidiki Bangura we don lost election to Abdramamba, he no able patient and wait for let him own term of office, for let Abdramamba in time of office done so that he will stand back. If he win, he become the chairman for Sierra Leone Traders Union. That bring the Petit Traders from it dem go able revive themselves, bring themselves together back, wey we no be dey even think of am again for say dem go become a union. Sidiki Bangura with highlight dem able form the Salon Petit Traders Association to a union through the former president wey na Alex Baikoman.
Yeah.
So we na a peaceful union. We no grumble, we no get any qualms with that. If you go remember, time don pass na we Petit Traders Union bin dey attack Salon Traders Union when we dey go about we job as a union wey SSL bin dey too, wey na be a unionist in the Salon Traders Union, even the secretary general wey get with Andina wey na Zam Kamara, na be the secretary general inside the same Salon Traders Union. So we just still take them say na brothers.
Okay. All right. Alhaji, you don't listen waiting. Shepu don't talk. You don't listen to what you gonna be in response before I ask you other questions inside the program.
Well, I'm very sorry for short interview, and as a journalist radio station like this one, a big radio station, you not ever inform me say would they come for can make case or give short response na radio. An officer will continue my interview anymore. You tell me say when I give me an invitation this morning, say when I want to know how COVID-19 will they take care of people then at the south as a regional chairman, this, that. But going too deep in politics, where this man, what they call himself a PRO in the traders union, if he join a trade union, he gets a union of carpentry, night carpenters. I feel saying a chairman for that. When he joined traders union, he used a word he say revive. I will revive any to our say he get a problem. Sidiki Bangura revived Petit Traders, hold on from since 1969. If it is time for bring politics in the media, I will not tell that. You not tell me for. I'm very sorry. I'm not able to continue the interview again. I thank you very much. This is not the reason you called me for. Thank you.
Hello. All right. Fabo, we lost Alhaji Sidiki, the regional chairman for Sierra Leone Petit Traders Union. And we will bring her back inside the program. You listen to the program, Classic AM Live for the Regional with Classic Studio FM 99.7 inside Bo. Be part of the conversation, send the comments, the contribution to the number as in 034579903079 55390. I don't know, you carefully listen, quick one. What do you take on the two sides of the
for critically analyze Petit Traders and the Seven Traders Union, I want to take two words for analyze. I want to look at power struggle and political interference. I base my analysis on these two because I see say already they at work within the Traders Union and the Petit Traders Union. Well, the man way don't just go offline. I go be limited in my analysis because certain issues that we want ask and I don't go up the line. I will be limited in my analysis, but based on the available information we don't bring out to the public, and based on waiting the PRO for Traders Union don't talk, make I do my analysis based on this. Of course, I started off for talk about power struggle, and you know, because of election, that person move. We were not satisfied because in every election people will be dissatisfied with the election. They will not be happy about the electoral process. So because that they back out and all responsible for for this Traders Union. Look at political interference. Of course, APR allege say the former president Nkrumah may make some statements.
Yeah, but where the regional chairman said say the former government president Fena Ibike then be established and register the Petit Traders Union for make it get the unionship.
Yeah, he talk about
that
2016.
Yes.
I go vividly remember.
Exactly.
And talk about how the Traders Union is an offshoot of the Petit Traders Union. But if you look at them critically, in the constitution as well, we have what to call freedom of association. Or what to call freedom of association. You understand?
Being that we get freedom of association, everybody get a right for go form your group.
Exactly.
But what now traders union? This group has now become a threat, frankly speaking, to traders union. It's like they are not conforming to the rules and regulation of a traders union, because traders union there's what we call battle for supremacy. Now, who is actually should be on the top? Who that the other person for listening to? It's just not like who gets last Sierra Association of Journalists. Under Sierra Association of Journalists, who gets Swassa, who gets Sierra Reporters, of which I was once the regional president, who get Wimsa, you understand? Yeah. All the so we get what to call supremacy. We are actually for regulate others. We all the others large, you understand? But now this don't become a problem between trader senior, petty trader senior, and Sierra trader senior. So who is really should be who that for me the boss? You understand? So this actually requires Sierra Labour Congress for coming, because now in Gideon Sierra Labour Congress, but Sierra Labour Congress I will not go look the dollar by the because the money they fail. You understand? Anybody who want form, even as Sierra reporters, who before Sierra reporters, in fact, so the Labour Congress and the Ministry of Labour,
make a holiday. What are you think these mistakes go in? Not to the former government for the register, because if you be utter the word say we not get the unionship, but Sierra Leone Traders Union for being we not go everybody for.
That was the problem. That was the mistake done by the former government. For the mere fact that even I don't know, I cannot take this one hook, line, and sinker, because I have to subject it to review. You understand? To subject it to research or for further interrogation. You understand? It may talk say former president Kuruma talk say I did do this because strong APC mandate they did. That was the allegation, or that was the statement we make. You understand? Yeah. I cannot take it hook, line, and sinker. You understand? But looking at it, frankly speaking, the Labour, the Sierra Leone Labour, Ministry of Labour get a key role for play. Sierra Leone Labour Congress get a key role for play. May actually try to get a kind of roundtable discussion and try to put this to rest, because not to down there's going to be disunity. You understand? There's going to be this is a recipe for chaos. I remember I've been witness a scene. We are in trader senior petty trader senior. They fight some of the back by them. They fight. I say what? So because of what? Supremacy, battle for supremacy, who not for be on the top. This is the problem. So it imposes the Ministry of Labour and Labour Congress. When they get a roundtable discussion with trader senior and Sierra trader senior and petty trader senior. When they get a roundtable discussion, when they try for trash or need this into the board, in the sense when they try for bridge that bridge economy, when they bring peace among them. Not that this one will go picking. I also want the process or dissect when they also intervene and try to bring lasting solution or peace among or between trader senior, petty trader senior and Sierra trader senior. You understand? If not that, it no go fine. You understand? Because they get your membership who are loyal to petty trader senior. This is about the very membership who are loyal to Sierra trader senior. So that division, that divide, they create a very big vacuum. You understand? You know go bang good picking. May I need for may Labour Congress, Sierra Labour Congress, may they come in, and the Sierra and the Ministry of Labour may they come in and try for set to this.
All right, continue for those inside the program. In name na Aruna Kamara, we use this inside the program. Also, Kroma, let me look at the facilities where the Hope Baby Shelter they provide to the people there.
Okay, the Hope Baby Shelter, the facility where they provide for their teenage pregnant woman picking them. The first thing what they do, they provide medication for them. Upon way family support unit and through the pass rainbow, they send it away and confirm say they get belay. Where they come now with shelter, where they provide medication for them. Okay. Because we get CHO way, they provide, they monitor them, know how their system they and how the picking them at the belay. So they provide medication for them. Well, also they provide.
Let's look at the medication. How standard this medication and the quality of the medication that they provide to the people.
Well, the first thing we get qualified as CHO, waiting at the shelter, and where woman don't get belay, he gets that routine check where they go for the check-up. For me, they know how insistent they and how the picky they at the belly. So this medical doctor, they always take care of her and we get standard medicines there, na the shelter, because like I know what we said earlier, the age it need attention always. So the medicine we get na the shelter is very up to date and a very standard na the shelter. And we also they provide clothing for them. You understand? We also they provide clothing for them where they can at the shelter. We they provide clothing for them. Now we they also in terms of delivery. In terms of delivery, we they follow them now hospital because we not get delivery a bed or room now we shelter. But we they go there now hospital for monitor them till where they deliver. And after when they don't deliver, we they provide dignity kits for them. That are for the Cobra and the Pekin. Where they don't born, we they provide dignity kits for them. And also we they provide food, baby food for the Pekin when they don't born. You know, as Ali has said,
now for the immediate time where they born or when they left for provide
yes, we they provide the Pekin worker. Okay, photo of evidence is where they show say we they do that in our constituency. Now by time we they give for the to the Pekin there. As they don't born, we they put in our system, we they support the Cobra and we also they
support. They still at the shelter home day or they go at the various houses?
No, then they go at the house there now.
So how the monitoring team?
Now the monitoring team, we get social workers there, like how we saying or the last time we come now, we get social workers there when they check on them. Then they check on them periodically, and after that they will get to date them where they go to the shelter where the food done, and they go take the food and the shelter, then go back at the host, and then are free. When they provide all the facility where they provide for them are free. They don't pay nothing.
So let's look at when I delivering in terms of giving out the food to the picking them with the double. Whether they give them picking the food, whether now the staff or that they can't take because compromise go there. We not go give out, so that person will go, they go compromise and you know go give the amount we not give.
Okay, now make we the encourage them that they can at the shelter. When they can at the shelter, because how many you know say anytime they can at the shelter, we check the picking there. Because if this picking we can malnourish, you will know the kind of food we they give. You understand? Eh? So anytime they can at the shelter, the doctor they check them and we give them the food. So not all staff they go to, not all the social worker they go to and host to them, but now they come and can't take them. Now the shelter.
Alright, continue for with me. In name now I'm Sukroma in the public relations officer, the media man for Community and Art Foundation. Albertaria, I see this smile a bit. Let me make a join Alna. You will get just 2 minutes for react to the Hope Baby Shelter. We Community and Art Foundation.
Okay, 2 minutes will be very small for actually.
Time is limited for you actually.
Okay.
I don't see you want for the jump above me, so I can't do time now.
Okay, you know, I got a lot of issues around this baby shelter. Yeah, because I see 2 minutes. Okay. However, it's good that Community and Act will establish this baby shelter because I want to think about the thing, but say if they take care of the sexually abused in the process, they pick it up born because the way they go don't rape them, they go don't conceive, they go don't take in, and then they pick them up. But so what's going to happen with the children? You understand that? They think about that. And other things comes to mind, you know. It's good that they don't really highlight some of the issues, but because of time, let's say in the next program, I critically analyze baby shelter. But this is why they say in the area of the sponsoring of these children, or providing care for the beginning. Because when you see institutions or organizations, they can be talk fine. But when you go to the ground, the reality, you know, they need to reflect on the beginning. You understand? I'm not saying Community and Act is doing it. I'm just saying. You understand? So when you go on the ground, you know they reflect. You understand? Or just like the government of the day, they say, I will provide good things for it. They go out there, they talk what international conferences, how we are delivering services to the people of the nation, they are satisfied. But when in reality it's not really reflecting. I hope on the ground. You understand? And we'll go for continue. You know, they just can't go no more the picture. We are going on the ground and we'll analyze and we'll look at what is on the ground. Because you can't talk to it fine. But actually on the face based on what you don't talk, even though we're not going for verify, you understand? We have to go there to verify. You understand? So that we will do critical analysis. You understand? On what thing they happen. Now that ground in a community. So based on what you don't talk, the baby shelter is good, but the area no more I emphasize on the area of providing the needs of the children.
All right, thank you.
It's difficult to take care of.
They under consideration now. The media man put under consideration. Yes, manager. So look, you don't talk say we are not going for stop the jebu, but the price at which they sell
very alarming.
Very alarming. And I want to say we are not the monitor that much. Whether they sell the jebu fear them. We are not the monitor that much because if we are the monitor, we don't know we they see point them like where they come out na net or where they don't close their filling stations at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. If you dey go share mingle, you go ask for fare. Now then you go know say Jebu fare is very expensive. You go want for embark on that business. What you wanna do around that?
Alright, I want for throw light with wetin Mr. Alusain say. Aruna, sorry. Talking about proactiveness and also allege that some Jebu sellers then say na a syndicate between them and some MP stations. Well, one thing we believe in my own leadership, I always go on the ground and see for myself. But I like the statement we say na allegation.
And
Because
I don't do this.
if you're talking about proactiveness, I remember February, what we do with spot check. We not going to go now media now say PRA get for can do spot check to all them fear stations there with the odd fear, with the give Jebu sellers them fear now. We not dey do that day. We go on the spot check, we check people on the height.
So how often are they going on this spot check?
Na daily basis. Now we could get district monitoring officer for both districts. He do that day every day, and some of the allegation they too much to then fear stations there.
So
some man can say
They accept the fact that there's an element of truth.
no, wait, make
No,
a
they accept that there's an element of truth to talk. No, but what you say is a
give me time. Please give me time.
Okay.
I don't get a situation. One in journalist say this fear station get fear. They don't sell to the public. And I will get some other journalists there like AYV coverage. We go to the fear station. They make any money we dey go deep for know if you get fear. We go to the fear station. There was no fear. It get dead stop. So if somebody tell you something, you get for call at the camp, make a land please. You get for call the authority where they in charge for make una clarify before you go on media. Because media na one thing, it dey go far wide.
Yeah.
If you not can talk, I know you will get the policy at that moment. The news don't go. So daily basis we dey monitor them fear stations there. One already now with the help of the Sierra Leone police, in the traders in Ministry of Trade, now all they do now monitor there. So I don't go come here and accept say in some fear station, MP fear stations there, they connive with a Jebu seller for sell give them fear. We don't find a station above 50 million units.
So Nema.
They pay?
They pay
Station,
50
what is the name
million
of the
units.
station? Let's get the name of the station.
50 million units.
What is the name of the
They
station?
pay.
Name and shame them. So that I go.
So I want make we know say we dey do we work on a daily basis.
No, the name of the
and
station.
I want me know say we dey for regulate all the fear stations, the licensed fear station. And the government, na me, na you, if you see that person, always go on media wetin I dey tell. You know say the price wey the government don show na 7,000 units for fear. You dey get me? 7,000 units for fear. So if you go, somebody go sell you 10,000 units per litre, dey you back bar, na you and that person don do the corruption. Because you know say not to this price the government say for get fear, they dey buy at 10,000 units. So now two connive. Wetin me know na 7,000 I dey pay. Give the person the 7,000. I was not doing nothing because na the stipulated price and the way the government don say.
Yeah,
And I dey come, please give me time. I dey come. And I wan go to some of the successes there. We will not do. Just like way I say. This agency 2019 give 15% revenue to the government. Then we rate 749 billion euros to the government 2019.
Alright. How would
Again, this agency,
wait,
I dey come.
okay.
This agency on a monthly we dey review prices. And I want to know say this agency want make the public know say they forget value of their money. Most of the time people dey come meet we say I dey go buy fuel na this station. This station the 1 litre full. This other station the litre don full. We don't take that into consideration. Now make we work out measure count. We go come we go say more go na this station today, more go buy 10 litres. Una pump am for week. We go na other station, una pump for 10 litres. We get the side 10 litres dey stop. So if we find that kind of people there dey, we know say na them kind fuel stations there they deprive people for make they get value of the money wey they pay.
Alright,
We then charge them.
manager, let me look at the money we wanna collect. How would I even for raise that?
Well, just like how they tell you, we find people. We dey find people they pay license. You understand? This is a new direction, and we get the people that are people center government. This first people not as I tell you, this agency now first in the history for make it come na the provinces then. Everything we dey free town. So if you don't come here, we not officially open the office seat. We not officially open the office seat. But on a daily basis, we dey do we work, we dey monitor. Ministry of Trade they go deep. PRA back they go deep for no. Suppose they can tell you say this fare station they get fare
So,
they don't sell.
let me look at-
On a daily basis we dey deep
Uh,
and get we record straight.
Manager, let me look at the Jebu dealers. How are they able for track them? When I get find like one who somebody who they sell fear dealers,
When
the Jebu dealers, where they sell fear expensive.
well, it don't come to act it. If you, I will make one tell you work out with me because people they know we now. The DMO, Naboya, and me also. If I see them around, they run. And I want me know say me na human. You understand? If I know that I get for call the police, I get for call for make the account me.
But you have to go there. We have to go there with the police.
Yeah.
Then they arrested.
So, but you see that they run that whole area, and the law is that any station where you accommodate within your premises, we catch anybody where they sell fare above the stipulated price where the government don't show, you get the fine of 50 million euros. So you understand, say now the streets then the team up, and we on a daily basis we get for say today we dey go a tax force joint on the spot check we then jebus them. The other thing we do that as we talk say we not proactive, we do that, and I think say most of the media house they cover that story there. You understand? So we dey monitor there, but we no dey go. I don't dey go. I go Bobo say, hey, you know you dey sell Jebu Canada. But it go get it took me. You understand? So I have to go there with police. You understand? And you back for every situation, the government now we all you know say this price na 7,000, not by 10,000. By 7,000, you say okay, come on, go give the money. You call me. I call police. We go arrest that kind of individual there. You understand? So
Alright, I see you want to say something.
Yes, you know, it's very disheartening for say so they find and the manager hasn't been able to expose those that they have been fined because there should be evidence for substantiate the claim.
They are
There should be evidences. Manager.
let me keep that one.
Okay.
Let me keep that
Okay,
one.
let's sit under the carpet. No problem.
Okay. So what is gonna be your comment?
Okay. In as much as I mean, we don't allow sweep it under the carpet because we need to be very frank. The government need for set example. We need for set example. Make people know for say this country na all.
Let me set the example.
You understand? Agree, but like that filling station. He has been, he don't default, and so two don't do that.
But when you default, you find it's 50 million. You pay 50 million.
Like what ACC do? What ACC hold you? If you are found guilty, the name is shame you, and bring it out before the law. You go jail. You understand? So these are the things. Equally so, would expect. Frankly speaking, I'm impressed with this young man. He has eloquently put the case across, and then. I want me to continue for monitor. You understand? I'm really impressed. As I said earlier on, it is good that we have this agency and the region because this will help for reduce this. You know, what you know will stop, but it will just reduce. You know, the time you say that we will stop them totally, but it can be reduced. The kind we hide, the mail reducer, and they are moving. It's a good news, and I want me to continue. Of course, this money is 749. That's a huge amount of money. You understand? They don't make for the government of the day. You understand? I hope they will continue with that drive, and they will make because the president they talk about saloon this internal revenue now here for use from this country. So possibly they go in default. You understand? Where they hold you, and that money they take for develop the country. So I encourage all fear dealers, even the Jebu, they have a lot of stop that thing because it get a lot of implication when you go put that fear in another house. You understand? And the environment, you know, ideal. In case that house side don't go pack that fear, a fire break out, that thing na flammable substance. You understand? E no good. So no really, if you get family wey dey do ijobu fear, advise am say do ya, tell you wey dey do, e get a lot of implications. You understand? Because if you go put am na puppy hose, you born na ask him wey dey catch you na problem. You go born puppy hose. You understand? So it's good that the PRA, Petroleum Regulatory Agency manager there and True Light. And please, I want to know that on a PR now, because most of the time you are very engaged. Try to have a public relation of a communication officer. I see community act communication officer, the manager in the under you understand? Let there be a very good communication strategy. Let we have a communication officer.
As I tell you, we don't officially launch the office.
I just don't put that in mind. Say, no, not forget that.
I will continue for those inside the program. You don't listen to We Classic Game live for the reaching of the Classic Studio, #1 Classic Guide. Be part of the conversation. Send the comments, your contribution to the number of them 079553990 or 034579903, or you follow in our Facebook page, Classic Radio 99.7 in Bo. With me at the studio, I deal with Ansu Kroma and the public media officer for Community and Foundation Sierra Leone. I deal with me at the studio, and I deal with the Sierra Leone Traders Union, the PRO, Sheikh Umala. I deal with me at the studio, and I deal with manager for Petroleum Regulatory Agency, Albert Siaja. We do it in the studio, and we use your analyst Aruna Kamara, long-standing, outstanding journalist for critically looking at the issues inside the program. We want to bring another story inside the program. As AXA they don't make a press release for strike tomorrow, where it will happen if all goes well, or if it not happen well. The strike, what they don't put on paper, but what they put on paper for let government into look into it. Now we want for make we read to the people there. We colleague Siavandi bring this package for inside the program.
The academic staff of Jara University will resume industrial action on Thursday, August 27. If the university administration fail for look on their demands. Press release from ASA don't talk about the problems we bother on their welfare, were yet to be addressed by the university authority. We don't make them live a miserable life. And this don't prompt them for use the magazine Jara University Lives Matter. ASA highlight number of issues na them press release, like payment of leave allowance, payment of retired benefits, dating for back to 2014, payment of service benefits to deceased colleagues, payment to increment of lecturers confirmed promoted since October 2029, payment of backlog to newly appointed staff, 100% salary increment in March 2019, conditions of services negotiated put on hold for over 6 years, reduction of salaries of staff, Ministry of Technical and Higher Education to immediately stop all violation of 2005 University Act and university policies, and lack of infrastructure and basic amenities na the university. According to ASA press release, don't make beaucoup attempts for meet President Bio for help them, but it not happen. Academic staff of Jara University say forget solution to the problem them don't resolved in the meeting. Say the suspended strike action they will invoke them on August 27 if they not address their welfare issues. In a similar development, lecturer then at Eastern Polytechnic don't vow for continue with them ongoing strike action until government address their review of them pay structure. Lecturer then at Eastern Polytechnic we don't begin the strike action since 27 July this year. President for the senior staff of Eastern Polytechnic say salary is supposed to be reviewed every 3 years, and the last review be happened inside 2016, and the document
Program Classic Game live for the rich winner with Classic Studio 99.7 inside ball with me Timothy Lucini. And as we all carefully listen to the press release where the outside the pool na do, we they go for make a strike action. We get for be tomorrow by right. How much am I waiting that you take on the press release?
You know, I don't really want to use the word sympathize, but I want to empathize with the lecturers of Jala University, academic staff. You know, I remember when the former president Nkrumah be in power, they be struggle with this then the demands from the and as Nkrumah president former meet to the demands, but it not be easy. You understand? Eh? Of course, President Bill don't inherit her. You understand? Eh? And interestingly, the positive way he was at the helm of affairs then for as the academic staff association of Jala University, now Dr. Turasi, yeah, the government. People they say it's very ironical. How is it, somebody go down at the system where he was very vociferous? With due respect, he's my lecturer. A lecturer research at Jala University. With due respect to his Mr. Minister, Deputy for Technical and Higher Education. When he began in the system, he was very vociferous over for many government look into the welfare. You understand? Eh? In fact, they be saying this man is really against APC. You understand? Eh? They try to no avail. Promises were made, but it coming fulfilled. And he has been appointed by the president for the deputy minister. And still the problems of Jala University cannot be solved. It's very, very ironical to say the least. You understand? Eh? So if the university, Jala University lecturers, if they go on strike, it could be a serious problem. For me, because the industrial strike action, is they not go even negotiate except the demands are met. And look at what happened. It's a polytechnic, but it's a heavy thing for the government of the day. And President Biya really need for step up, for look into the concerns of lecturers, because if we were there that today, we do respect my point of view.
We talk about lecturers and all the lecturers will talk about.
But yeah, of course, people they say the grand right. Of course, the people they say
the head workers also they cry.
Yeah, the head workers they cry. But for now, what
the other people they self they cry.
What's the affront now?
So where's our way is heading to now?
Well, it's not easy for any government of the way.
No, but matter you know the system. It say where it come, it go change.
Yeah.
But people are not seeing this change.
No, it will be a gradual process.
How long?
Frankly speaking, it will be a
gradual process. We are going 3 years. Man, the work government spend 3 years, 4 years now campaign time. 5 years now what is it? You know they think of for deliver again.
No, well, that is
1 year, 2 years, 3 years.
That is why
President
they get technocrats na the party, na the government. What do they think? And these technocrats, of course, President Biya rely on them. You understand?
I want to ask you one question. With the technocrats what you talk about, what do you think these technocrats they don't do?
Well, to some extent, they don't measure up to the expectation. To some extent, they don't measure up to the expectation. You understand? Even though President Biya one of in flagship program education, you understand? Free and quality education. You understand?
Also, this program.
So, because then a long time for me, see the impact. I'm not here happy to speak on behalf of the president, but it behoves the president or the government. Let me put it that way. For deliver service to the people. But that free and quality education, a long term plan for see the impact. Not to now we will see the impact. But what they try to see is that the lecturers. You understand?
Why is it not now we will see the impact of the free?
No, you know, just educate somebody today. Of course, it just starts. You understand? It just starts. Even if first time tenure of office, you not done it. You understand? But when President Biya say in first time they come to an end graduate, even though they don't turn a leader of the party, so they will say that shake in the area of who will lead the party. But he's very clever. He has now become the leader of the SPP party. So it was difficult for me somebody just can't a shaker for puller, for ego, for edge out, for puller, for put other possibility. And I remember APC talk about chairman for life as former president did it. You understand? Now people they say they gradually become chairman for life. If that is the case, if you go in for chairmanship, but people they say, well, I'm not going to that. No country education now. Now this lecturers issue is very serious. It is good that Dr. Turasi, who was in the system, he was very superior that no let the issues of the university be addressed. They don't come. Remember, they not try for the 2005 Act, University Act, even though they try for review. You understand? They try for review, but it should be speedily done. But the concern, the welfare of the lecturers is very key. But the lecturers about and they see they talk to them and they preview them, of course, they lecture me. When they back show some amount of understanding. There are a lot of issues.
If naive did you could not show if you're able for show that some of understanding.
No,
Not
no,
put it in.
no, of course they have so many mouths.
No, Anna, if na you.
I know the lecturers have so many mouths to feed. I know they have so many mouths to feed. The responsibility they need, you understand, with the shoulder. You understand? But in as much as, actually, frankly speaking, they don't really patient with the government. You understand? Even former President Kumar government, you understand? They actually try for romance with the president of then for many to look into the concern. Of course, this government don't kind of power now. Remember, General University, some of the lecturers, they be too. In fact, they be support president.
The government, yes.
Yeah, the agenda. You know, for make kind of power. Yeah. But disappointedly, I would say, some of the lecturers are disappointed equally so, because what did they expect? They don't able to deliver. Now look at what happen. They bring out a lengthy, understand the press release. They know the issues that really highlight. It go cool.
So, Anna, one question. We make progress. Let's ask you one question.
You think why they belong put the hope in trust manner?
Anna, one question why actually we make progress. You think they think say what they highlight. Be you able to address them? Everything they say, they don't need negotiation. They want to let the president hit one thing.
No. It don't be easy for me to address them. Oh. It be easy, but it's good that me they go before tomorrow. Remember today na the last day. I wish you for long get the PRO for Jala University now.
I get on to
what is it? Me I get a very good analysis around this. What is it?
Well,
give me update.
No, it said they got 48 hours for go on this strike action. Maybe it not go happen. Maybe it will happen. So they don't want to go on air on this.
Okay.
Because if the government can address the issue, they not go on strike. If you not can address the issue, then they go on strike. So
it becomes that the university authorities. Thank God they get a new VC in the person of Malam Owe, now be the head of 36. You understand? So Malam VC, it's good that you look into the concerns through the government and look into the concerns of the electorate so that with brothers and sisters.
Continue for those. Manager, let me look at the prices of fuel presently.
All right, for tell the public know say this na a people-centered government. This na new direction. For the past 3 months, fuel price will not increase. Our neighboring countries there, even world market. But still, as the president say, this na year of delivery, and to the hardworking executive chairman, we neighboring country in Guinea they sell fare at 9,200 leons. Liberia they sell fare at 7,200 leons. Ivory Coast they sell fare at 9,900 leons. Ghana they sell fare at 8,400 leons. Then Gambia they sell fare at 10,500 leons. Then Salon they sell fare at 7,000 leons. Wow. That does show say this na a new PRA. This na a new PRA under the leadership of Dr. Brahma Balowa Kuruma. We work hard. We go na the site. We office not for Sudan. Now for go na the site, you self go see what they happen at the ground. Not for Sudan, you send post, they can't give information. Say this not happen. No, you take it into consideration. You go for go na the site and go watch. So these are the various prices of fear. Now we neighbor a country.
Alright. So this price could be sustainable till that time we will maintain this price. They have fear about country.
Anything the public will know.
Okay. Alright, continue for the with field manager Albatiaja in and the manager for Petrol Regulatory Agency. They would inside the program. You listen to Classic AM Live with the Richmond of Classic Studio 99.7 inside Bow. Pierre, let's look at our relationship with Shekumala. How our relationship they want petty traders there?
Well, as a peaceful union, we know they take edge over anything because we deal with the public where they hope and trust now for buy and sell. Mind you, I want to let you know say businessman it just start no more like where you go don't cook the food down, you don't dish, you don't put spoon inside. Whosoever come, they want survive by you. Government is survived by we. If I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me well, the government rely on we up to 70%. Mind you, most of the tax system what they pay, we government rely on, it come out from we the traders them. You go NRA, it will tell you that You go to the council, they will tell you that. And if you dey my brother wey dey under, if you dey follow carefully, e not easy for make you hear say Sierra Traders Union don go into strike or e don go into any rampage. We na a peaceful union. We no care about wetin the other people dem go say. All we know, we care about the welfare of our traders dem. Petit traders, we dey take am say Petit Trader Association wey e don be a union, na we brothers dem. We all be done dey together.
So that unionship dey between una?
Well, pass to them o, but to we own side, we no feel say we get any problem. Because one day we not see who side they go for go exercise their duty or go against them.
But they can do that too, now?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, think that one way the brother we don't talk of did this now. They don't do that in several occasions at the past government. But why make like we when a responsible union, we not go take that make issue because we not to politicians then. We are business people there, and our business people there we demand. We there for lobby and protect and defend the traders there.
Alright, continue for do with me in at the PRO for Sierra Traders. You know, one for take request your corner inside the program. You know, listen to Classic AM live, and we want for take request your corner inside the program. You dey listen to Classic AM live for the reach you on with Classic Studio 99.7 inside Bowl. We dey join maximum for the program. Question corner after that we go take we entertainment news.
Morning. I want to ask the Minister of Education if wetin don put in place for this exam malpractice, because any year no more now, so now the same issue they come up, the exam malpractice business side they come up. So wetin Minister of Education wetin don put in place for let this thing done at the country.
Proper government money. I dey talk to now. All tea don there, fish don there. Right now, me I not get nothing. So I dey want to get 20,000. They don't change go left na me hand. But now where they go to? Nothing not go left na me hand. I dey buy all thing. The fish where I buy fish no more money don't done na me hand. So yeah, I dey beg una. Rest don there. Me the half bag where I dey buy 140. Yeah, una put down. Una sorry for we. We will not get. We will not get. Una sorry for we. We will not get nothing. Una put the price down. We dey beg.
Good morning, I'm Nela Mikafo. I tell government thank you. Why make the road big lights? Try to cry about light business. The road big light now small and not box up the light again. Let it continue no more forget the light with the big there.
For the program, we connect the program. One for join Kima Ebono for the get we inside the program. Kima Ebono.
Bonu, this holiday so I want send young guy na big turn to that me sister so that they go observe and take the time when school dey open. Sometime I go decide for make it day with that me big sister they want them for make it continue in school day.
Kema, me if you ask for my opinion, I no go want to make you send that pikin to nobody for men. By this hour, pikin wey you born na you safe suppose for men now.
But you know say right now where this pikin are there with me, so I go one come on a net, I go one go do 1 or 2 business. But one member say I get younger with me, I know they able for come on. So now make now don't decide say make it gonna big turn to that me sister. Say this coronavirus holiday done, I go decide for make it they want them.
Wait, Kema, now that's they call kumbra. By this hour, if you say na kumbra, it's fine for making many picking. No, not fine for trust anybody for many picking for you. Plenty pade picking them where they see right now. Especially where they inside this COVID-19 crisis, so where school know they on. Plenty pade picking the way they sell market na treat me sister. If you investigate them better one. Plenty pa them now for men than they. Either then they to extra people there for men or the mama or papa they send them so they fambu them for me the men there. Plenty pa them picking the way can go for the men so and then they go through the child labor them. You can see them they all kind big load them, then big work them, all na they host them. Now they picking and they do am. Plenty pa them kit on they picking and they to slave for the young picking them. Me sister, Me, if you ask for my opinion, let young guy dey here with you. If una dey eat sans, let una eat am.
Bonu, now when no more you don't talk about me, I want say maybe young guy na big ton. You know say big ton buklani. If I know, I don't know no more.
Okay, man, na true. But anyway, if you don't decide say you want for say young guy na big ton, e left to you. But wetin someone dey tell you back, if you don send your pikin na big ton for men or to your family sef, no forget that pikin dey. Try for dey check dey always and know how your pikin in condition dey. Because if you dey check on your pikin, I believe say if you see say your pikin condition no fine, you go pray and come back or una can dey.
Alright, plenty thank you, my sister Bonu, for this advice wey you don give me so. I think say young guy, I no dey send her again to that me big sister for go continue school. E go dey with me. Usa I go, na there e dey go. If na sansa we dey eat for there, we go eat am.
Okay, man, na the best decision and the way Kumbra for take for many young pikin for yourself. Or sef, if you don't finally decide say if you want for send the pikin out, so either you fumble or to extra positive for men, make sure say you for the check on that pikin dey regularly.
Bonu, this holiday so I want send young guy na big turn to that me sister.
Me two sister there inside the program, Kima Bonu, for way they be part of the program today. Send the comments and contributions into the number 079 553 or 034 579903. The program we listen to na Classic AM Live. Now we take with entertainment news from Junior Vandy inside the program.
Me money, yeah, my baby, me money, yeah. To the rain. If I see me body Josephine, now the mommy they cook. If I see me body Joseph French, now the mommy they cook. Every day and then she they give me food. Now the mommy they cook. If I not satisfied, she they put on more. Now the mommy they cook.
Hello and welcome to Classic Entertainment News with me, Vande Junior Kamara. Inside with entertainment news today, we get the hottest cultural singer in the country presently, when Jay Shine. Jay Shine and one part the artists and we take part by the Corona song, Mole Viva. And Jay Shine don't hit this country with plenty hit songs them like Bofio, Alimalewa, Tablatua, Bemuje. We go now hear it from Jay Shine.
Well, family them would listen cut across the radio land. This is not the voice of Jay Shine. And the Jay Shine here who na the area, but of course na name we acquaint from me. Surname we like na Jawad. Surname na Jawad. So acquaint I'm from there. I decide for like make am say yes, the J go shine. That Jawad go shine. I really start the musical business since 2007 officially. We like I begin the performance underground artist, the my music. I've been the also sell music papers. 2010 where officially come get me your first single hit when I be me only love 2010. That was September 27th. Of which I been get for definitely get award with that song day. So I been get for encourage myself and then move. I also been the Dix jockey somehow. I didn't train me. I mean I been DJ na Starline FM 98.4 by then. When I'm 98.5 now. Yeah. Of which like DJs know and I'm a big brother and I'm a big brother they try for mention out. So DJs know here they get for definitely they give me the courage. I been get for move go na forensic record. We like since we are there to know that was my second singles where I ever get on my own. I move go na forensic record and then go get something with the then Dave Mike. The song entitled na be No Pick Picking. I no ever end up for release them. Yeah. PV signed me. PV signed me of which like we do 16 songs. We do 16 tracks. Whereas the song them is very superb. Of which like Alafi can play some party beats them in fact na the studio. So we get for work up that. Of which I left there also na the other studio can come up for me when I got Gashon. I go play the. So just like signing from one studio to the other. Being signed from one studio to the other. Being signed from one studio to the other. Until like where I find myself to source. I can release Formula. So Formula also make a massive breakthrough for me. Now that song definitely make now a lot of people just get trust in my career. But like the market not being somehow consistent by then. That was 2016. So now I decide for like branch myself to like the culture side. I totally come na the culture side and since then, bruh, a fire cage. So now just like continuation no more na hit upon hit.
Alright, you're listening to Classic Radio FM 99.7 inside Bo with the Reach You Live now with Classic Studio. Be part of the program this morning. Send the comments, the contributions to the numbers 034 579903 or 079 And so make I come to you. Make we look at the picking the one that they care for. Now all picking them where they get below one that they cater for, with the below 18 years.
No, sir. The picking away they cater for, as I said earlier, now picking away as result of rape, where they can get belly, where then they under 18.
Okay.
And how we can get that picking them now through a referral from family support unit or social welfare, where they can send them now with shelter. So not to any picking on a community because they don't get belly and the man don't run or because the family not get nothing, so they just cut to we and say, do I want to help them picking not to the picking now picking them purely when they don't rape, and as a result, then get belly and then we they support.
So let me look at our successes then.
All right, we get a lot of things the way we don't do, and also we don't support picking them the way they as age 13, 14, 15 years way they can get belly, and we don't they provide for them, we don't they support them till them go through the get belly and the born, and we support the picking at the end. We also they follow up on them, and we make sure we encourage them for make them go back school.
All right, in the media man, public relations officer for Community and Health Foundation, manager, make I come to you. Then now that we timed on the run out of favor, let me look at some of our successes as well.
Well, as I did say, in this agency, just take the executive chairman.
Both to be specific.
Both.
The southern region.
Well, both southern region. Now we don't get we office location we na 64 Bokenema Highway. We await an official opening, and also we daily routine check whether they don't create for we a good database na we system, and also in the know we the Jabu people the way they sell, they also know we as we appear like you run, and that na some of the successes there, and we will continue for do more. We will go read, we not go tell person say we get for camp, because if they go read if man they tell us say at the camp, if na run they run.
So it's good that they come out with this reading. So because he has not been actually able to foretell really how many what did they read, how many people you don't really arrest. Lord take this year since your office you did that at the regional office. So how many people don't just get trapped as part of the because
we don't have much time. We work for the dream.
All its success. It's good that don't get track of the one that already they arrest. Don't get track of them so that people they really know for saying what manager is. They are substantial.
Anna, they try for dream me UK analyst there. Yes, you be the just land. We did try work on for dream with UK analyst there. End your statement.
Yes. Tell me now how many people are there arrested so that it will be part of it. Latest classic news.
Anyway, manager.
Yes.
You be the one left.
Yes. Alright. Then some of the success is the we were able to launch a new fuel station when SKM with the Bokenema Highway where they do very well. Also that is the for people that forget fear, because we only know where people want get fear. Pass you go now, then Total MP, but now we get other dealers the way they come in play, and we get more people the way they build fear station now the southern part of Sierra Leone.
So how you go assure people of a monetary team?
Well, let's say we do work not to you for can praise yourself.
No, the assurance if we get for embark on more monetary.
Now daily routine, as I tell you, now daily routine we get with data in file them. Now daily routine.
But for very good analysis, no. I'm still bringing this question, but for very good analysis, don't know how many people don't arrest for holding of fear, so that we know for say indeed the monitoring there is something to write home about. No. How many people, so that when we are doing our analysis, people will get a clear cut understanding as to where we are heading for.
Alright, I think without join with UK analyst based him. Good morning, Festus, and welcome to the program Classic AM Live.
Yes, morning, Timothy. What an interesting program this morning. I'm glad to have my colleagues at the studio. Aruna, take it easy on Mr. Yaja, but Mr. Yaja, maybe say I can give you a little bit of a bite. And same thing with the Traders Union and the gentleman from the ACT Foundation. What a brilliant job you're doing.
Salah, good morning, welcome to the program.
Let's move to good morning and good morning.
First off, let me look at we first story where the Deputy Minister of Health and Sanitation talks say they're not able to give pin codes to the 4,000 well body workman that will government be promised because of COVID-19 not disturb them.
Mm.
Mm.
Timothy, I don't know how can the Home Minister be coming up with that excuse. The COVID-19, they don't talk bad name, they don't talk bad name for we own inability, for we own lack of planning. There is no excuse. I'm sorry. In fact, for pandemic and health care sector, now the minister is admitting what Ken Lekwidan they talk all along that they have lacked preparedness for COVID-19. How on earth can you justify? You want us to believe now that yes, it's okay, COVID-19. You are the Ministry of Health. You are meant to have been the one that we will rely on to ensure that everything is ready. Now you are saying down the line that yes, you are not ready because that's what it is. You know, we are saying that NACOVAC were meant to recruit more staff. The Ministry of Health said they were bringing in more health workers. Now here we are, few months down the line, all of a sudden, boom, the health workers they didn't have a pin code. Come on, come on. You know, it's laughable. I'm sorry, it is laughable. When we don't pass that stage by now, this is not the time for. In fact, waiting kind of we expect now the opposite. Therefore, they can't tell me now and say, oh, we've recruited more staff, we've given more pin code. I mean, do more, not do less. You know, so you see, these are all now showing that the lack of preparedness is reflecting on the behavior we don't get, the way we don't they accuse the government. You know, likes of Ministry of Health, they made it more obvious now that the government was not prepared in the first place. Surely the ministry already has a system in place for a process and procedures for the recruitment of health workers. Not something for new to them. So why all of a sudden now, you know, particularly at a time like this when we're expecting more action, then government is saying no, or the Ministry of Health, obviously it's the government, is saying that they have not they were not fully prepared, they didn't give enough pin code, and it's because of COVID-19. So that means I will expect the ministry to say we are not ready, we were not prepared for COVID-19, we didn't have any plan in place. It's as simple as that.
Deputy Minister of Health, and you think say the bio government go able for deliver well with that kind of words and way that begin come out, excuse the way that don't begin to give out.
But Timothy, wetin me want to say na that we all dey hope for let the government deliver because be you SLPP, be you APC, be you NDC or whosoever wants to na Sierra Leonean, where government come and fail, na whole Sierra Leone don fail. Where government come and succeed or win, na the whole Sierra Leone don win, regardless of the color of the country. So na that we dey hope for. At the moment, me no too convinced from waiting I don't see now most of the sites them. Then they do well one or two sides and we hope for let them continue to do them. But giving this type of excuse from a full minister, whether not the full minister or the deputy minister, to me not to the thing and the way we been expect. And this same thing don't happen. Even when APC been in a power, we been condemn them. Then come as teachers, they don't been get too much time on teachers. In time Biden and that office for 10 years. How many teachers they approve? Always my excuses and put them on Ebola. Now after people don't come again, after don't go almost half of the time, and they give excuse again and put them on COVID-19. Sierra Leone not really ready for growth. When to that way they expect we want to grow. The problem this way I get is opinion of politicians. Whether they na the opposition, they know all the problems of Sierra Leone, they know all the solutions to those problems. But once they come to power, they don't know them solutions, they know more. But I believe in selfishness and greed, people not just ready for let us grow. Some people not go happy with what they say on because of the side where we dey right now. We dey look at the developments that really happen on that side they are. But even just overseas, now we talk about Africa. Look at Ghana where they near we. Where was Ghana 20, 25 years ago? Then where are they today? Right now, they're way developed country. Even in terms of education, people they come on other countries. Like Aruna go be I mean with one lecturer we just died at the language department, Mr. Mufo, where na Cameroonian, na Cameroon come on, can go school na alone. They don't they employ am for lecture. So those are the things wey we want to make them happen again. So me dey hope say this government will do much more better than wetin APC do wey we dey criticize them. But at the moment, I am not impressed, to be honest.
Look at the academic staff of Jala University, the press release wey dem don pull for take a strike action. What do you make up of this? Again, the SLPP.
Well, I think I will move away from the SLPP or APC when it comes to issues like this. No. The reason being, it's not without. I'm not afraid of anything, but I think the reality is these are just civil servants, and the whichever government in power or the government of the day, unfortunately, we get the blame. But what you mean, no, with AXA, for example, these are issues that have been coming for years. You read the reporter. This is from 2014. 2015, 2016. How many years is that? That's 6 years. That's 6 good years. So I mean, yeah.
You say we for solve them, enable for deliver onto them. It be none of
I
them
was
all.
going to come to that.
He say he want for be the
I was going
president,
to
one for
come
be
to
the
that.
leader.
Yeah, I was going to come. I was going to come to that. Election manifestos, election promises, they are one thing. Every politician, you name it, even in this country, in America, I'm sure Silas will agree with me. Many promises will be made for them to come into office. Only when they get there, they realize the facts ahead of them. They realize the nitty gritty. Some of the times, many of them make these promises. I might give you one classic example. I'm not deviating. I might give you one classic example. When President Bill was campaigning, SNPP and APC, he promised free education. Of course, I laughed. I laughed because how can look America, Britain, they are struggling with free education. They are struggling with it. How is Sierra Leone that 99% of their national income are donor funds? How are they going to succeed in providing free education? Here we are. Here we are. So those are campaign promises. Now now you don't count down to win out the Sierra Leoneans them the electorate for know who's one of them of the words of this politician will take on board and the one we won't take on board. Now let me come back to AXA. It ties in with AXA. Whatever AXA's demand right now, yes, I've had it. They support the SLPP. That's beside it. That's beside the point. The reality is there are some issues within the government, within the country that needs to be addressed, and that issues are the welfare, the well-being of civil servants, the welfare, the well-being of every Sierra Leonean. Because remember, them people that witness they asked for so, not to something of yesterday. So that there has been promises even under APC. So for me, it's not about SLPP or APC. You took advantage of that gap to promise what it obviously it can't deliver. If it can deliver by now, we won't be talking about this. But people bought the idea, they bought it with him, and they elected him. So we're not SLPP or blame BO or blame APC. We get for blame we self win at the electorate. Now we choose for votes the one that we will say then what is enough for us. Unfortunately, that's not the case now. So I mean, to some extent, I'll agree with AXA if they feel their demands are not being met even after the change of government. Of course, they have the right to come and scream and shout now. Not forget, so then they said they get life, then get family. So all of this stipend that has been denied them for these years, of course, it would have had a part to play in their life one way or the other. So if we want national development, if we want cohesion, we want to involve everybody, include everybody, in a way that the country moves forward in education and health, then we need to start thinking of the well-being of the staff that are delivering whatever the promises of the government. I think that to me is very important. So I'll agree with them. I'll agree with them that they have the right to go ahead and insist on that demand.
Quick one.
Yeah, Timothy. Like Professor was on top, and it take me back to the first point where they say Sierra Leonean. This way, first of all, let me take them from SLPP, APC, or from the political point of view. Let's just look at and say, now individuals themselves wicked or selfish, because throughout Tennessee, way I just mentioned. Now the ones either as a president of the senior colleague ASA, even they know what is ASA will go through Najala University. And at one point the people with them in the enforced strike and all other things. Now in on day at the helm of affairs, then they even do as much as we expect them to do for salvage the situation of the colleague lecturers. Where even they get solution, oh let we do this, let them do this, or let them do this for you. Now you don't day now, you don't hold the baton now when you able to do what you be ask for let people and do. Then here you are, you know the drum. So like when first question, this is not about SLPP or APC or politicians. This is about we the individual. And until we change we attitude, we know say when we want something, whether or not we did it or not, let the people that we did it supposed for better. When we did it, they ask for them benefits, they ask for a salary. Would that the way one for work them up pay? It's not possible. Get your family for feed, you get other people to take care of. So if they're not paying the people, let them not lecture, let them not teach. Even though now we brothers and sisters, they want the education and the desire for get them, but at the same time, empty bag money. Come on, you know, my contribution on that topic.
Timothy, just sorry about this. Very quickly, I mean, while Starlight did the talk, something come to mind. We're talking about exam malpractices. Don't you think some of these are the issues? Don't underestimate all of this. We're talking about the AXA right now. What about the secondary school teachers? What about the primary school teachers? These are some of the reasons why, sometimes I will post with people then for toe the line of committing crime. We as a government, we're instigating them by our action, by our failure to do certain things, by our failure to meet and even think outside the box. We force them. We make them go into crime because now ACC is coming hard on this principle. Imagine that principal of that school in Freetown. He know the announcement, he not deaf, he not stupid, he not dumb, and yet he took it upon himself to do. I'm not justifying it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that the issue about what is priority for us as a nation. How do we support our people? How do we encourage national development? These are some of the issues that needs to be addressed. Well-being of civil servants is key to national development.
For today's program.
Right. I think that the issue about the petty traders and traders union. I listen. I listen. I listen. I get the issue with the PRA, but I left that simply because of Mr. Yaja in statement for say then just they begin. So I take it that Bo is a testing water for them. So I will keep a close eye on that, and hopefully I will come up with comment on that in the future. But for the traders, I mean for the petty traders and the traders union, I don't understand why there should be issues within these two. These are two separate, recognized entity. What should be the issue? These both people they presented their article of association. They must have done that before they recognized as a movement or as an association. So why would they not respect each other's autonomy? Petty traders are for petty traders. Market women, them, the one that where they sell small, here and there. I believe that is what petty traders is all about. And traders union, you're looking on the bigger picture. So on my own, I can see the difference. So why the misunderstanding? Why did they go? Why there should be an issue of for this for do that? I feel both unions should focus on any infringement. If them feel say something there about the article of association that is overlapping each other's role, then let them address that. If not, they should respect each other. Petty traders is petty traders. They are focusing on petty trading. Traders union is traders union. They are focusing on big businesses and other. So I mean, there's a clarity. So when should there be any confusion? I can't understand that. But one thing I noticed, the
All right, I think we lost with UK analyst and with USA analyst Festus Williams and Salas inside the program. We want for join with studios and bring with text messages, then we let us send our studio lines. Be part of the conversation 079553990 034579903. We they join Beatrice Albundo for bring with text messages inside the program. Continue for the listen to the program. You did watch in our Facebook page, Classic Radio 99.7 Inside Bowl. And self, you did get with now with frequency Classic Radio 99.7. The program now Classic AM Live. Beatrice, good morning, welcome to the program.
Good morning, Timothy saying. I get this one message come from Amara Kenny. He say, everybody workman them now one for the important people them in the country. So do your papa government try for them look into them concern for Pinko business Another one again come up from Lasana Kaba. He say what thing they happen between SLTU and Petty Traders Union. He said if them people are not they try for their unity among themselves, how they will able for render better service to the people them where they serve. Another one again they come up from Florence Matia. He say honestly commit and act they really try as an organization in this part of the country. Another one again come up from Ibrahim Kalom. He say good morning to all in the studio. Honestly, I did enjoy the program this morning. Another texter again in Mchibo. He said, trust me, if the government able for tap Jebu fuel selling in the country, they say fear crisis, I believe say it will less more. Another one again in Salima to Levy, he say, me na Sierra Leone Traders Union and know as an active business organization in the country. I get one again come from James Lemon, he say, that's not the mistake where plenty Kumbra they can do. We can give a picking for men and abandon them. This night they bring calm this problem in child labor. Another one again in Albert Farmer, he said this country it go better. He said this country it go better not for rely on party for salon in go before one. He said because make we forget about politics and find way how for push this country for go before. And that's why I get for now Timothy inside the box.
All right, thank you very much, Beatrice Albunda, for the text messages inside the program. We want for join with Facebook for bring with text messages that we come inside with Facebook page. This one coming from Festus Laha. It say the petroleum agency is doing great. It's doing its best, but trust me, the community heads needs to help in the fight against Jebu fuel sellers. Another one coming from Patrick Joseph Bondo Jr. It says thanks to the regional coordinator of Petroleum Regulatory Agency for educating the public about their mandate and responsibilities to the people of Sierra Leone, and I would like to encourage them to continue to do the hard work in transforming the downstream petroleum sectors. Another one coming from Abubakar Jallo, he say unless we change our attitude towards certain issues, because this country before this country go before. Now we all they encourage Jebu fear because because if people know they buy the Jebu, then no they not go continue for seller. It come up from Abubakar Jallo. Another one come up from Joseph Mansare. He say government get Boku holds them for cover. He say and the need for work hard against the term frame, or else they will fail in the promises. Another one coming from Amara Paka is say why it is that Jalo University lecturers always get problem with ruling governments. Other universities they manage things smoothly, but Jalo University always they complain. Now coming from Amara Paka. Another coming from Fantasy say why COVID-19 for make una no go give pin code when Now during this same time, this same COVID-19 una promise people them. So why now? He say now that they play inside politics, we say because the country, he say very soon una go begin give excuse them for other developments them what una promise. Another one coming from Hannah Mansare. He say kudos to Commit and Act Foundation for such move on the baby shelter. He say but Auna is right because most of the organizations they use the things them for their selfish interest and not in the interest of the people. Then he say una the journalists then una for go do follow up for expose them. Fantasy say good morning classic radio and the people of both city. Another one, the last one they come up from Festus Laha, he say it sound like the two traders union get serious issue. He say but the need for iron out then different issues for the sake of the members them. And these are some of the messages that we get inside the program Classic AM Live. Please thank you to viewers and listeners for their contribution inside the program this morning. Quickly we'll make a kind of the studio. PRO for Traders Union, Traders Union. What's it going to be your party message for today's program?
Well, I thank God when people don't realize that. But me to me also I feel say we union not get any problem, we not get any issue with Petty Traders Union. We don't want to attack Petty Traders Union. We don't want to stop them for letting them not do their job. Now they no more get that issue. They whenever we go out then they attack we. I don't see the reason why make them for attack we. Because now the traders then are they vote we in. They vote we in. If they don't vote we in, if not that time they happen at the country, I think say it will be for their box. So last say where SPP don't win, APC say well. And they go for other government in the same country.
One question I get for you: where will be make this election? Where Sidiki go? They go revive the union. Will now ever call them to round table for long?
Oh yes.
What be
we call the entire he say he not go agree.
The election be transparent.
The election be transparent. He go congratulate the winner. Winner will let chairman. Winner Draman Bar. So I don't see no issue. Way before bring about where Sidiki Bangladesh for them go patient and wait for another 5 years. We all be done there as a union and we all be done there together.
Okay. Alright, thank you very much for being part of the program today. Yes, media man for Community and Act Foundation. What will be your party message for today?
I want to say plenty thank you for all the comments where people give concerning what to work, and I want to make them know say we did here for service and for serve people them, and more especially the vulnerable picking them, gap picking them and woman them. And also people want for reach until we don't always open to people them. And also if you want for reach we in case of any GBV cases now in community, in case of any rape case until you don't care for reach unto the police name, we get them. We number now 078 645 222 034 645 222. You get onto we and report any issue concerning GBV and Commit and Act go help you forget the public referral.
And then Ansu Kroma in the public relations officer for Commit and Act Foundation Sierra Leone. We do to inside the program today. Plenty thank you to you. Yes, manager Albert Yaja, what will be your party message?
I encourage all dealers for make we all know the rules and regulations. We encourage you now for making abide on their rules and regulations. The product they sell out to the public, not deprive the public and give people on jelly count they go sell in the street. If we get that report and we find out we get all evidence, you get a fine of 50 million. We say 90 now the bylaws. So
please, it's not good now.
By the grace of God, they not go there. Okay. Because this now a people-centered government and a transparent government.
A people-centered government, but fair crisis be done the day before.
Now, because we normally get so many players there in the industry.
Now
we get so many players there with the camp now. For camp make the fair business easy. Now make we the cater for more fair stations.
We know the hope for let that happen, but if happen, we'll bring it come back and people.
No problem. Right. We door always open. So if anybody gets any problem or the problem where you know you reach the police, me line at 078 40 8701. You will call and we will take action. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In name now, Albert Yaja in the manager for Petrol Regulatory Agency, Southern Region, thanks for will you be part of the program this morning.
Thank you.
Yes, Aruna Kamara.
Of course, I want to tell Mr. Guest who critical analyze issues. Of course, I want to thank to me pastor and brother Mr. Haja. Although you know before tell you the amount of people who arrest for substantiate claim. However, next week any other thing we can't tell the amount of people who arrest in the monitoring process. Of course, maybe shelter we are going there to investigate for to get clear understanding so that we further come and tell the public what is happening. Of course, traders union one day will come out two together. So that we critically analyze what is happening, make the whole world know what is really happening to us. We'll go talk to the other man, do he or someone, and never work out now. Don't make people get a clear cut understanding. Viewers and listeners, stay tuned. We'll never count to that senior and petty to that senior for love. No, get clear cut understanding as to what is happening within there. Well, below government pay with lecturers, yeah. May not get the what they due so that they will deliver. If they go on strike by the difficult, they don't talk. So please, however, lecturers.
I think you are the PRO for the lecturers. Anyway, with this hour for thanks.
And also many lecturers, the many patients more. President the body, yeah.
All right, PRO. Thank you for being part of the program today. The name now Aruna Kamara, we usual analyst on Classic Game Live, and I want to say plenty thanks to the entire team for we make this program reach to me executive producer Richard Lahai Geval, me engineer, me cameraman Edwin J. Lamy, me na Timothy Luseni with me at the studio. I be there with Sheku Mara in at the PRO for Traders Union, Traders Union South, Bow District. I be there with Ansu Kroma in at the media officer for Community and Art Foundation, Sierra Leone, and I be there with Albert Yaja in at the manager for Petroleum Regulatory Agency. Be there with me at the studio in the southern region, and I'll be there with Aruna Kamara, we usual analyst. Beatrice Albundo bring with text messages, then Timothy Luseni. Now me make me the program reach on today to meet again at time, and I say Tata.